guys, it's Angie, and I guess Ollie dropped in to say hi to us too. Hi Ollie, what's up? You want to talk about our sales this week? Okay, so Ollie I guess wants to talk about what sold for us last week, and I don't think this is going to work with you here though, Bubby. Okay, let's try that again. It is Monday, guys, so I am going to share with you my sales over the last week. We had a pretty good week. Unfortunately, I was plagued with returns, so I'm going to do another video this week just telling you, oh, there's Ollie, telling you all about the returns that I had and how I handle that and what to do when it happens for your business. So if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed. Okay, let's get right to it and see what we sold this week. This week I sold $2,576.48. A little less than last week, but honestly, if I make $2,500, I'm very, very happy. That is right in line with my goals. $2,000 is kind of the minimum that we strive for. $2,500 really is the goal every week. So we're still there at $2,500. So what I want to show you is my best listings, kind of the categories that I sold the most of this week. And of course, we'll end it with the worst sale of the week. So let's get right to the best sale. I think the best thing you can sell is a gift that you're not gonna use. This was gifted to me. It's one of these iRobot mops, which sounds in theory like a great idea, but it just didn't work out for my house. My house is a little angular and our laminate floors, my mom just wasn't real happy with the idea of using this. So it went on eBay and it sold right away for $269.95 plus the buyer paid shipping. The next item that I sold was also an item that I got for free. It was my old boss. He had a bunch of phones that he wasn't using anymore. I did sell this one for $57.37. It was brand new in the box. I did offer free shipping on this, which guys, you know I rarely do that. But the reason I did that for this particular item is most of these phones were only selling in the $25 range if people were charging shipping. So I thought no matter where I ship it to, because it was lightweight, I would still make more money on this particular item by offering the free shipping. But I want you to be aware of, I do say in the listing, shipping to continental US and global shipping program only, no PO boxes. And the reason I do that is because I wanted to be able to send it UPS ground, which is much cheaper than priority mail. You can't send UPS ground to Alaska, Hawaii, or Puerto Rico, and so I just eliminated those, and UPS does not go to post office boxes, so I also eliminated that. The next thing is pretty cool. I love when I find these random parts at Crazy Casboys. Now, I haven't been to Crazy Casboys in quite a while. I've found that the quality of the items that they're having has kind of gone downhill, at least in my area. So I just have been finding other places to source. But I did pick this up on 25-cent day. It was in the box. There was no tag at all, but I looked it up and found the exact item, and it took a bit to sell, but it sold for $59.36. So I was super happy about that. These I picked up at the bins just last week. They're two of the Sony PlayStation remotes. I think it works for PlayStation 3 and 4. Now I could have sold each of these for about $29 individually, but quite honestly, my mom took a picture of them together and I'm like, all right, we're gonna go with that. $40 out the door, happy to get that. I paid about $3 for the set. I found this really pretty Vera Bradley purse at the bins as well, and it sold for $26.69. I love to pick up Vera Bradley, if. So let me preface that. I pick up Vera Bradley if the colors are still bright, I check the bottom and there is no holes along the edges. But the number one thing I check on Vera's are the straps. The straps are the first parts to show a lot of wear, and what you're gonna find is a lot of Vera purses look pretty good, but the straps will be destroyed, and there's not much you could do about that. So you wanna steer clear of that and make sure you're getting a purse that still looks really good everywhere, including the straps. Now, I will tell you, Princess House, for the most part, is something that I would never pick up. But all of these metal pieces, I found a big lot of these at the Goodwill bins. I paid $25 for them, but I've already sold so many of them. They were all, I think, of consultants' items that she displayed when she did a party, but they still had their tags on them, so it was never like used in a home. This one sold for $29.66, but I've sold a bunch of these already. So if you run across Princess House, I'd say pass, unless it's one of these metal items, in which case, yeah, grab that up if it's a good deal. I wanted to show you guys this because you never know with books. This is Mastering IBM-I, and ironically, it's the complete resource for today's IBM. This is an old book, but it still has value. It's over $22.76 plus shipping. So the point of this is, if you see these older books, take a second to scan it, because you never know if you might have a diamond in the rough, something that people are still looking for, or it's a nostalgic item for you, because you just never know if you can pick up something for 50 cents and it'd be worth 22 bucks. Oh, I found this model at the bins, and it is so light. It was only like 10 ounces, and I love this one because inside it is still completely sealed in its packaging. The problem with models is you just never know if it's open, if it has everything. I'm not a model builder, so I don't know enough to be able to say, but this one sold for $19.76. It's not one of the super rare ones or really old ones. I do really well on models, especially airplanes and boats, things like that. If you see one of those, make sure you look it up to see if it has value. I have to show you one plush this week. This is the FAO Schwartz. He's just a deer, a little fawn. He was about 18 inches long, and he sold for a great price, $24.74. And the buyer paid $11.85 for shipping. He did need to go priority mail because he was pretty big and over a pound, but still, I think it was only about $10.25 or so to ship him out, so I still didn't lose any money on shipping. And then it is that time of the year. People are still trying to make their resolutions count, so this was a 6-week body makeover. It was almost complete. It has an A, B, C, D, and I think E program, and one of the programs was missing, so I'm sure whoever had it used the A program, but all the other ones were there. I disclosed all that, said everything that's in there, and it sold for $35.95. Now, this is not media because there's lots of different things. There's some workout bands and other things in here, so it did need to go UPS ground. The reason I wanted to highlight this particular item is because a lot of times at yard sales, you're going to run into kits and programs and different things that people will buy from the television and then never use. Those are great things to resell on eBay, just because you can't go to the store and just purchase those for yourself. They're not selling that at Walmart. So there's great resale value. But my one caveat is to say, do not try to sell Beachbody on eBay ever, because they will bureau you for that. Beachbody, unfortunately, is counterfeited frequently. There are so many counterfeits out there that Beachbody does not mess around, and they will pull you, and you'll get 3-day suspension and further if you continue to do it. So just a word to the wise, skip any Beachbody, but other programs, make sure you look up. Then I found this cute Margaritaville pillow. I only got one. Evidently there were 4 at the bins, but someone else grabbed 3 of them, and I guess I just lucked out and found one. But I'm happy with getting this one pillow. I think I paid under $2 for it and sold it for $24.70 in a super short period of time, I think about a week, and the buyer paid $12.95 shipping. Now the next section is Clothes City. Just a quick glance at some of the things that I sold for $20 or higher. I sold this Nuitags Corette City, which is like an older person's set, I think, but it was new. It sold for $22.45. You can never go wrong selling Torrid. This is a size 4. The bigger the size for Torrid, the better resale value it has, in my opinion. $29.69 this sold for. Found this super cute Anthropologie elephant dress, little elephants all over it. My area that I live in seldomly gets anything Anthropologie. We just don't have Anthropologie in my area, so it's rare to find it. This actually was an Anthro dress, so I was super happy to pick it up at the bins, and it's sold for $29.69. Swimsuits are already selling for the year, especially plus size swimsuits. Women who are a little bigger have a harder time finding swimsuits, so they sell better online and for more money. This one sold for $29.66 and it was a size 18. Vintage bib overalls, also a great seller. These ones sold for $29.66 and they're just the Liberty ones. Other ones are going to sell for much higher than that, like Carhartt. Oh, if you can get Carhartt bib overalls, you're in the money. Then I sold a Champion yellow sweatshirt. It sold for $34.64. Normally I don't pick up a lot of robes, but LL Bean has a great following. People love their products. So I will make an exception for things like robes when it comes to LL Bean, just because typically all of my stuff sells. This one sold for $34.64. And speaking of LL Bean, some shoes. These were just hiking trail shoes and they sold within a week for $24.70. I did find these Solomons. They did have a little bit of staining on the front, which I disclosed, which is why I only sold them for $22. And then I sold these Nike Flex tennis shoes for $20. But the best shoes, I guess they're shoes, are these vintage retro Nike roller derby skates. I didn't even know they had Nike roller derby skates. I was super happy to find these. They were heavy. They were about 5 pounds. So I paid up for them, even at the bins. I think I paid $8 for them, but I sold them right away for $69.25, plus the buyer paid shipping. But look at how cool these skates are. I love these things. They were in super nice condition. They even had an extra toe stop, whatever that little tool is. It even included the little manual that it originally came with. So they were in great shape and I was really happy to find them and sell them. And then we come to the worst sale of the week, which ended up being no sale at all. Let me explain. I sold this Exhilaration bikini top. Now I've had a lot of swimsuit. I bought a wholesale lot of them. I only sold for $6.92, which was my lowest item of the week, plus $3.95 shipping. Unfortunately, my count was off. I had one extra small left and had already sold out of the medium. The buyer purchased the medium. I had to contact the buyer and explain the situation. What I offered was they could pick any other swimsuit top that I have, regardless of the price, and I would swap it for the one that I'm missing, or I would gladly refund the money in full. They contacted me back and said they were disappointed, but they understand, and just to refund them, which was great because then I could say buyer requested to cancel this order. That stinks. I hate canceling an order, and I especially hate when I'm out of stock or something and it makes me as a seller look incompetent. But guys, it happens to everyone. It happens to people who are selling 100 items, people who are selling 20,000 items. You move on, you make the best of it. I really felt that offer to them was more than fair. I apologized, I explained the situation, and now I move on. But that, unfortunately, was my lowest sale of the week. Now, I just wanted to share with you that Wednesday, Bobby, the Cap Guy, and I are going back to our live Hump Day Hangout. We will be doing that 8 Eastern, 7 Central, starting Wednesday. I think this week is going to be on my channel and we switch back and forth. This week it's just going to be Bobby and I, so we can kind of give you an update on what's been going on with us, answer questions, and just hang out with our friends. But starting next week, we're hoping to have some guests come on. That is it for today, guys. I hope you are having a great sales week. Remember, I want to hear about your best and your worst sales in the comments below, so please leave a message. Hey, if you are not getting notified, hit that bell below and select all, and it will notify you when we go live. And I just want to say thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. And if there's anything I can ever help you with, make sure you send me a message. Have a great night. Bye.